Hey guys, it's Olivia, and today I'm interviewing Mr. Cooper, and today I actually have questions. So let's go.
Go stick him in the welding class? No.
First of all, I'm here with
Brandon.
And you are?
and I'm just gonna ask them a couple of questions. So first off is, what skills are needed to become a welder?
I'd say you definitely need some kind of math skills. There's a lot of plays into it, like geometry.
Nice, okay.
Being able to read blueprints, knowing how to read them and understand them and apply them to your work.
Okay. Okay, and then what is the coolest thing you've ever seen welded?
So I know in the past, Cooper's had a bunch of students and they've built stuff for different communities. They built a huge eagle statue with about an 18-foot wingspan and I think it's about 18 feet tall.
I'd probably say the cougar statue Cooper made. That's out in the front of the building.
Yes, okay, fun fact, he made that statue in the front of the school, so that's pretty cool. If you could weld something just for fun, what would it be?
Probably a trailer.
A trailer?
I'd make a flatbed for a truck.
Sheesh, okay. Dang. Okay, I am here with Mr. Cooper, and how long have you been teaching here?
This is my 25th year.
Sheesh, okay, dang. So how can students get started in welding as a trade or career?
Taking welding in high school is a good start.
Mhm.
I started in 1976, took welding all through high school and then into college. So they can start here. They can go from here into junior college, trade schools, universities. They can go to an apprenticeship programs and continue their welding career.
How many classes is there for welding here?
So we have welding 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So that first, second, third year, and a lot of students would take it their first, freshman year.
Yeah.
We'll take it all 4 years. They'll come back in their senior year and do welding 4 or special projects.
Nice. And what are the benefits of choosing welding as a career?
Well, I took it, and I've been teaching a long time, so that's a great career. You can go into being a weld inspector. I'm also a weld inspector. I work at a local company inspecting welds for steel buildings.
Nice. So what do you inspect?
Like R&M Steel is a company here in Caldwell,
Uh-huh.
which donated my huge shop edition for free. They donated all the Elevate Academies. They donated a whole bunch of stuff even around this school, even downtown Caldwell. So I do inspection there. They can go into the welding industry and work in a welding store that sells welding supplies. They can be a sales rep for welding equipment. So there's tons and tons of different
Different things.
areas in the welding field.
Nice. Pretty open to that company. And how do welders contribute to major industries like construction?
Okay, construction. Right here in Caldwell, there's a company called Gill Manufacturing. They have a big plant between Caldwell and Greenleaf, and they also have another one over in Nampa. So they built the tallest building in Sacramento, California. They did the Uber headquarters, Google headquarters in California.
Wow.
They're doing a big project in Boise. And so big construction things, and there's small places. I mean, there's other companies that build trailers, dump trailers, car trailers,
That's impressive.
lots of things. Your phone's welded together.
Oh, thanks.
Your phone is brazed, soldered,
Uh-huh.
spot welded. Your car is welded together. The bridges you drive your car over, they're welded together.
Dang.
Everything.
We rely on it a lot.
You start walking, all the chairs you sit in class, the desks, they're all welded together. So you start thinking of how many things are welded together.
Yeah,
That door right
our
there is
whole
welded
life.
together. Everything is welded together just about.
That's pretty cool. And what is the coolest thing you've ever welded?
Probably the 2 Eagles that we got to do.
Yeah.
And those were some cool projects, and the
huge.
Cougar out.
And huge. We'll put a picture of those because they're huge. Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming out and interviewing.
Yeah, of course. Okay, now he's just showing us around, and here's like the welding building. If you've never been to it, it's huge. So
toll cage. Students built the toll cage years ago. There's been thousands of bullets down on that bullet bar right there. Built all this for all the school during the book. The students built all these. We built all these booths. We put them all up ourselves. This is going down to the training museum downtown Caldwell.
Wow.
We rolled the tubing in a roller. We cut all the letters out on the machine in the silhouette.
Wait, how do you make the letters?
Doing it? This is the fire pit they built last Friday at a contest in Twin Falls.
Wow.
So, Cody, this is going to be a big barbecue tank, barbecue pit. We'll cut doors in here. And we'll open that up, and there'll be racks in there for meat. That box there will get cut into the end of the ball.
Oh, this is also going in there?
This will get cut like this. This chunk will come out, and that'll slide in and get welded in place, and that's where all the fire goes. And then the smoke from that will come into here. And at the end of this will be that big box right there. That'll stand up vertical. And then we're building a huge trailer to mount the whole thing on. And we can go out and do barbecues with a big smoker. We've got to get the boards for the seats in the back, and we'll start putting those on. And we take a torch and burn the wood a little bit and make it look really cool.
I'm amazed, actually. That's crazy.
This over here is got stuff sitting on it, but that's a grill for cooking.
Uh-huh.
There's a big handle at the end, so here's the whole grill to cook on. Kind of jump back in it, we need to get it finished.
Wow.
Lots of projects. The students have built welding tables that the kids can weld on here. If they're doing vertical up weld, if they clamp their metal to here, they weld vertical up or have it come out. Clamp their metal on there and they can weld overhead.
Oh, that's pretty handy.
Welding, you may be laying
All
on your
angles,
back underneath
yeah.
a piece of pipe, welding overhead. So this lets them position things around any way they want. And we can raise and lower to whatever. How tall the student is or short the student is. Me? Put it down here. So we just made about 7 of these. We got to finish up a couple more.
That's pretty good.
And students get to do the projects. They do a lot of projects.
A lot of hands-on.
A lot of hands-on. When we did this building, they put all the boards up to the top of the white boards. They put all the metal skin up there to the blue horizontal trim. We built all the welding booms, put all the booms up.
Wow.
We ran all the air lines. They had to cut all the pipe and thread all the air lines throughout the whole shop. So you have an air hose you can blow dust off with or clean up something with an air hose. On this section, they got to help actually weld the fire sprinkler system. They welded some of the fittings on the fire sprinkler system.
So what I have in this bin, I have a whole bunch of quills. And what these quills are going to do, they're going to go all around in a circle. And these quills are for a sculpture that I'm making for a welding competition for Skills USA. For Skills USA, there's a lot of skills that are displayed, which would be auto, engineering, welding. In my case, for welding, I'm doing the welding sculpture competition, where I'm supposed to design the nicest sculpture. Yeah, all of these go around in a circle, and they have their own patterns. As you can see, they're kind of curved because they're supposed to fit on a pipe. Once the coils are welded on, then it should create a pattern that resembles the sun. So I'm kind of excited to do that.